Oh, come on.
Stephen is in need of a second date update this morning, and it is our job to assist. Hi, Stephen. Welcome.
Hey, what's up, guys? Good to talk to you.
Good to talk to you.
To you.
So how'd you meet Renee? How did that all come about?
Yeah, so I met Renee actually on Hinge, one of these, dating apps. And we actually went out one time, and I thought it was pretty good. It wasn't the perfect date. I don't think you can ever have that.
I don't know if there is such a thing, my friend.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't get to eat steak, and, she didn't come back to my place. So, it wasn't a 10 out of 10, but I would say it was a solid 7.
Okay.
And to me, a 7 always warrants another date, in my opinion.
Is that the bare minimum? Like if it's a 7 or more, then it calls for a second date, or is it lower than that?
Yeah. No, yeah. 7 or higher, second date, all the way.
Okay.
Every time. And, I let her pick where we went, and she took me to some little cafe for healthy food. I don't even know the name of the place, but we went and made candles, which I didn't even know you could do. It's kind of I don't know. It's her idea. But, hey, on the first date, we'll do anything. We'll jump through a hoop of fire. Am I right?
Well, there's a place in Over the Rhine that's...
Candle Lab.
Is it Candle Lab?
Is
Yeah,
that
my
where you
nieces,
went?
whenever they come to town, they love going there.
Yeah, I can't imagine there's more than one of those places in town. So, yeah, it's probably that.
That may be true.
Yeah, and I thought we got along great. I enjoyed talking to her. I thought she was really interesting. And, she seemed into me and, laughed a lot. So, I don't know. I thought we had a lot in common. And it just felt like a pretty good fit, at least to me. And, I told her when I took her back to her car that I'd like to see her again. And she told me to call her. So, I let a couple days go by, but I did, and she's not getting back to me. And I don't get that. Like, why would you tell someone to call you and then you don't respond to any of the calls?
Well, she never said she'd pick up.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Jenn enjoys re-educating men on the call me line.
Call me all day, every day. That doesn't mean I'm going to pick it up.
Right. Where guys like us, like me and Steven, we historically, I would take that at face value and say, well, she told me to call her.
Sure, I get it.
I don't know why she's not picking up. She must be in the hospital or something.
Yep.
Yeah. So I guess at this point, I'm concerned for her safety. Because I know something must be wrong.
Yeah.
Must be. Okay.
Yeah,
go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I even gave her the candle we made on our date.
You let her keep the candle.
I would hope that every time she goes into the bathroom and lights it, she thinks of me.
There you go.
So you can't think of any awkward moment or anything? Other than you didn't get to eat steak and she didn't go back to your place. Aside from that, you can't remember anything, any negatives that went down, any awkward moments that might keep her from returning your call?
No, I'm a fantastic date. You guys are starting to get to know me. I'm a pretty easygoing guy.
You are a charming fella.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
So, I thought it was great. But I don't know. Maybe I'm blind. Who knows?
Well, we're about to learn something.
I guess we'll figure it out soon enough.
This is what's great about Second Date Update is that if there's a lacking of self-awareness, this is often the cure.
An opportunity to learn and grow.
Yeah. So we're going to take a break here, Stephen. When we come back, we'll call Renee and see what she really thought of Stephen and her date with him. Coming up as Second Date Update continues here at Cincinnati's Q102. Stephen met Renee on Hinge. They went out to a lovely dinner, which was nice. He would have preferred a steak dinner, but he loved the company. Renee was fun, interesting, engaging, seemed attracted to him. They went to one of those places where you make your own candle, so it was a fun little activity date. And at the end of the date, even though she didn't go back home with him, it ended in a hug. I think when he walked her to her car, and he said, "I'd love to get together with you again." And she said, "Call me." And he did. She's not responded. So, where does that leave us? Part 2 of Second Date Update, where we call Renee and see what's up. You ready, Stephen?
Let's get her on the line.
Let's get her on the line.
Hello?
Hi, can we speak to Renee, please?
This is she.
Renee, it's Jeff and Jenn at Q102. How are you this morning?
Good. How are you?
Good. Do you ever have a chance to listen to our show? Ever?
Once in a while, here and there.
Okay. Do you think it's weird that we're calling you out of the blue like this?
A little bit. I'm a little concerned.
Well, it's not bad. You have an admirer out there. You went on a date with Steven recently, and we talked to him, and he said you were great. He really enjoyed your company and liked hanging out with you. And I don't know, we said, well, what's going to happen with a second date? He says, I don't know. I've reached out, and she hasn't called back. And we were just curious what's going on.
Oh, a second date. Okay.
Do you remember the first date?
Yeah, no, I do.
Okay.
I don't think I could forget it.
I can't tell. Does that mean it was unforgettable in a good way?
I'd say it's leaning more towards bad.
Oh. Like why? Is there something about Steven that just rubbed you the wrong way, or is there something he did or something he said?
I think overall it's definitely one of the worst dates I've ever had in my entire life.
Jeez, wow.
Really?
Okay. Tell us about it.
Walk us through it.
All right, so we met on Hinge, and he told me to plan the date, so I did. Picked a couple of my favorite things. I took him to one of my favorite little restaurants, and then we went to the candle lab, and we made candles.
Okay, good so far, right?
Yeah, I love doing that. That's one of my favorite things to do, so I was excited, and he just all over both places completely.
Oh.
Okay, like how?
Yeah.
What happened at the restaurant?
Well, he complained about the food. He obviously has issues with people being vegetarian, so that was fun. He just criticized everything on the menu.
Oh.
And then when he got his food, he literally spit it out in his napkin and said he lost his appetite.
Oh, wow.
That's not good.
It's been much.
Yeah, that's a bit dramatic.
Yeah, I really didn't know what to do or say, so I just laughed it off, and I apologized for taking him there, and I even paid for everything. I figured that was fair if he wasn't enjoying his night, so.
Okay, well, that was awful nice of you.
I try. So yeah, so then we get to the candle lab, and again, he just made fun of everything. He didn't even try to have fun with it, you know? He was just making stupid comments. He'd be like, yeah, throw some of that in there, whatever. And for me, I think candles are really romantic. So I love to burn candles in the bedroom. So in my mind, I'm picking scents that I think are sexy. And he keeps cracking jokes about what scents cover up bad smells in the bathroom.
You're trying to be romantic, and he's talking about farts.
Yeah, exactly. I'm pretty sure he said, what if I had some bad Mexican? Or like, what about if I'm lactose intolerant? Like, that's what I want to hear in this moment.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's not your fault. I just don't get people who agree to go somewhere with someone and it's something that person loves and they just totally knock it. You know, it takes the fun out of everything.
Yeah. I had somebody do that once when we went to one of those pottery places. Mm-hmm. And that for me, you know, it's all fun to kind of to paint. We got coffee mugs and I was all excited to paint a design or do something on it. And he was just like, eh. And he just painted his whole thing one color and then told me to hurry up.
No.
I know, hurry up, get this done, just color it, you know. And I'm like, all right. And that was the end of that.
Takes the fun out of that.
Yep, sucked the life right out of me.
Well, that sucks. I'd like to follow up and ask Steven about that because we have him on the line. And Steven, I'm just curious, like, why would you suggest she plan the date if you're just going to crap on everything? Why not just be open to it and kind of roll with it, even if it's not your ideal thing?
I'm a jokester, all right? So I like to make fun of stuff. I didn't think it was that serious. I didn't think it was going to get that heavy on the first date. And, like, I never told you this, but I kind of have a childhood trauma when it comes to tofu. It I don't know. It doesn't sit well with me. I had it one time at school at lunch, and then I found myself throwing up in the bathroom all day. And it traumatizes me. So I got to make fun of it. It's just my way of dealing with stuff. And also, come on, like the date wasn't that bad, but making candles, I'm a dude. I make fun of stuff. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to have some fun with it. So what if we don't like the same things? We like some of the same things, right? I mean, isn't that enough? Like, in a relationship, you're not supposed to be exactly the same person. Like, when you have opposites attract, that's what creates the polarity and the sparks and the passion. You don't want to date someone who's just like you, right?
Well, I guess I agree. If you like some of the same things, it could be enough, but not if you're a about it.
Yeah, I think that's where it kind of goes off the rails for you, bud.
Yeah, I don't want to be with someone like that.
Even if it's not something you like, you don't, she does.
I was just joking around. Look, if you want to go back and make some more candles, I will put on a mask like we're back in COVID, and I will smile right through it.
Yeah, I think I'm good. I'll pass on that offer, but thanks, I guess.
Okay.
All right, let me ask you this. If you're on Hinge again and my profile picture comes up, are you going to give it another swipe, or are you just going to deny?
I think I'll delete the app if I see you on there again.
Oh, he's turned you off to the whole app.
Oh, wow.
Jeez.
All right. Well, I think we got our answer, guys.
Well, Stephen, we appreciate you coming on Second Date Update and putting yourself out there. I'm sorry it didn't work out.
Yeah, I mean, if in case there's a rejection, do I get a free gift card to Candle World or whatever the hell the name was?
No, we don't have any of those.
Renee, we appreciate you taking the call and talking to us, and best of luck to you in the future.
Thanks so much.
Yeah. Shout out to Candle Lab.
Yeah, that's right.
And if you need help with a second date update, you just send us an email anytime, Jeff and Jen at WKRQ.com, and we'll start calling and seeing if we can get you some answers. All right, it's going to be a